Hello, everybody. You know very well that the show is not complete if we haven't done the Messi special. We'll do the Messi special all the time, but this time I've decided to divide them to have the Messi special separate from the show that we normally do, so that I can allocate its own time, so that it cannot be long. So that the show is not too long. And then for your attention, because your time is important, you need to do other things. Remember, we are now getting closer to the Ballon d'Or, all right? And I've got exciting news. I'm a Messi person all the way, and I believe that Messi is going to win this one as the eighth Ballon d'Or. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Sports Forum, and then I'm doing the Messi special. Now, but before I go there, I want to start about something else. Scaloni, the coach of Argentina. This is the coach who knows. Remember, when you're a coach, your job is very simple. It's man management, right? Yours is to manage the emotions of the players, manage the players. That's very, very important. And how do you do that? You need to know the players very well in terms of their strength and in terms of their weaknesses, what they like and what they don't like. Other coaches I heard when I listened to one of the players said what made him to join Ancelotti, because Ancelotti went to a point of going to his home where he stayed and sat down with him and his family, trying to get to know him. Not only that, showing how important he is, how central he is, why he wants him. And then most of the players who joined Barcelona, they indicated that Xavi showed very interest in them. He personally phoned them and showed them that, look, you are going to play. If you come here, I value you. That's very important. That's man management. And now, why I talk about Scaloni, this guy has done extremely well and is underrated. And look at his record. The record speaks for itself. Ever this guy has started, he has won he's the current champion of the Copa America, and then Finalissima champion. He's the current World Cup champion, and then first in FIFA ranking, all right? And then one defeat in the last 49 matches. This is very amazing. And 39 clean sheets out of 63 games, 130 goals scored, an average of 2 goals per match. Never lost in South America qualifiers, unbeaten against UEFA teams, 40 plus 3E. I don't know what that 3E stands for. The country with the most players nominated for the Ballon d'Or. 4 players. That's Scaloni. Now you'll ask yourself, why speak about Scaloni when you're doing the Messi special? It's a management of how he manages Messi. I've watched many coaches who lost it when they were trying to manage Messi. Enrique is one of them. The guy from the Dutch, Koeman, is one of them. Setien, something like that, from Spain, is one of them. They all failed how to manage Messi. And then even at PSG, they all failed. The guy at PSG tried, to do what he knows how he's supposed to manage Messi. But unfortunately, I don't know, maybe there was interference. That's my opinion. There was interference. So that is why. I say, if you listen, everything that we do, we must learn. That is why history is very important. Pep Guardiola has said it many times that don't ask too much from Messi. Allow him to play. Don't tell him too many things. And Messi has said it many times. I hate to be substituted. I rather start from the bench. And then Messi wanted to see that he's loved. And this is what this guy did. This guy showed him that we love you, we'll protect you. And you can see how they played the World Cup. They were fighting for him. And Paredes tried to warn PSG. I said, guys, you are not going to use Messi optimally if you play the way you play. He wants to be given the ball, and they were not doing that. So that is why I brought that subject, so that you understand why I'm talking about that on this Messi special. All right, now let's talk about Ballon d'Or. As I said, it's just closer. Both Mbappe and Haaland, they've already conceded that Messi deserved it. You know, it was unquestionable as far as I'm concerned. It was unquestionable Messi was going to win this. But we know that all the time when Messi has to win, there will be all sorts of stories. He hasn't won this, he hasn't won the treble, whatever you name it. This is what Mbappe says. I think Leo deserved the Ballon d'Or. That's a concedement. I think I have a chance too. We both had a great World Cup. But at the end, he won the World Cup and also he won the World Cup Golden Ball. I think he deserves the Ballon d'Or. And guess what? Mbappe scored more goals than him, but with only one. All right? Mbappe scored 7, Messi scored 6. And if Messi could have scored 7 in that World Cup, but Messi is a team player. He allowed some of his players to score the goal. So this, for me, I think well done to concede. I think even Haaland, and then I can tell you, Mbappe is going to be a phenomenal player. You know, especially when Messi and Ronaldo are not there in the picture anymore. I see Mbappe and Haaland going to rewrite the history. And then Haaland has already said it himself. I think they were just putting him in trouble to say, I don't know if I'll be crowned with the Ballon d'Or or not, but even if I don't win it, I will also be proud because I competed and lost it to Messi. He is not a normal player, but the player who achieved everything and finished football. So for me, this is a concedement, and correctly so. They had to concede. And I still say Messi deserves this Ballon d'Or. Let's hear what Scaloni is saying himself. What's happening here? All right, he just disappeared. I don't know what happened to that. I want to show you what Scaloni said about Messi. Yeah. So for me, this was very exciting to see all these people, you know, conceding that, you know, Lionel Messi deserved this. And I still believe so, that Lionel Messi deserves the Ballon d'Or as far as I'm concerned. So whatever that people are trying to put to make it as if it's a competition, I think they are somehow mistaken as far as I'm concerned. Now, let me share with you what Scaloni said. This is what Scaloni said. Scaloni said, because they are saying Haaland has won 3 treble, he said, if that is the case, listen to this. If some people nominated Haaland for Ballon d'Or and on the pretext that he won a quadruple with City, Alvarez deserved the nomination more than him. He achieved the same title as Haaland. More than that, he won the World Cup. He was one of the most prominent contributors in the knockout stages. And then, I don't know, I could not have put it better than this. And then this young man is at 23. His record is even better than Haaland. So I don't understand why people keep on bringing that argument of Haaland. For me, it's not on. For me, it's not on. And I still continue to say Lionel Messi deserves this Ballon d'Or. He should win it. And then it's loading, the 8th Ballon d'Or. And then I'm sure they are a little bit worried. And then, well, the less said about Ronaldo, the better. He has done very well, very good player. And then, but Messi is miles ahead. Messi is miles ahead of everybody. So that's my opinion. And then now, let's see. Messi is not only about the way he plays, it's also about the impact that he has. This man, you know, Barcelona, I think they made a mistake, you know? I understand they were under pressure in terms of the fair play, but I'll show you something in terms of the fair play. And, this makes me to really um, respect Messi more because after what La Liga has just said in terms of the fair play, it's really, really shocking. And then it's really shocking. What are they saying in terms of the fair play? Because La Liga's fair play is that means it was a very good decision for Messi to say no. I'm not gonna hang in there. Instead, I'll go and play somewhere else. And that was a quick decision that he made, and I think that was good. Because I can imagine had he stayed there with all this confusion that is happening. Look what is happening. This is the fair play of La Liga. I don't know what does it say to Tebas in terms of leadership. I don't know whether it's him or it's the entire league. Firstly, they made a big blunder by allowing Messi to leave their league because Messi made their league to be watched. I think they've lost a slice of cake in terms of people watching. Majority of us now, we are watching MLS. Now look, they've kept Barcelona. They can spend only 270 euros on new players. This is ridiculous. But look what he did. Madrid, they can spend up to 727, euros to buy players. Now, it means Barcelona, they don't have flexibility to buy in January. And now, what informed them, because Barcelona won the league, all right, that should what inform them. And then as much as they didn't dwell on the Champions League, but they were there in the Champions League, all right? And then they've done well. So what informed them for them to be given this cut? So maybe if they can be transparent, what informs them? So those are some of the things that we need to look at. And then let's listen to what the pundits are saying. The pundits are saying 93% of the pundits are saying Lionel Messi is going to back this 8th Ballon d'Or. Only 7% are for Haaland. There are many reasons that we can give. Haaland was not seen even in the finals, especially the big finals. He didn't score in the big finals. He disappeared. Remember, Haaland scored goals. He's got future. Lionel Messi is a complete player. He can score goals. He can set up goals for others and so on. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll be shocked if he doesn't win it. I'm still watching very closely and want to see what will make him not to win this coming Ballon d'Or. Because for me, I think he deserves it. He has to take it. And remember I said, also, it's not only about in the field of play, the impact that you have. Now look what happened. He went to Inter Miami, all right? They were worth only 900,000 US dollars. No, they had about 900,000 followers on Instagram. And then they were worth about 500 million US dollars. And then 13th September, they are now worth 1.5 billion US dollars. They have about 15 million followers on Instagram. Now, that's the impact. That's the impact that this guy has. And now, if they say he can't win the Ballon d'Or, they should give reasons for what. What will make him not to win the Ballon d'Or? Because it's all about total football. It's all about what you bring on the table, I've just shown you what this man has brought on the table, and I'll show you what he has done for Argentina, and not only for his team, but what he has done on Argentina. And then, you know what, this is what I also want to share, is the love that he has for Barcelona. We know things were happening there at Barcelona. So now, for me, I think that was a good decision for him to leave. And you can see how happy he is at what you call at um, in America. He's so happy. He's always laughing. And then not long ago, it was his birthday. It was the birthday of his son, the firstborn Mateo. But he decided to go with the team to support them. All right. So that's the impact this guy has. So now the love that he has. So this is putting beyond reasonable doubts to all Barcelona fans that it was not Messi who decided not to join Barcelona. Somehow decision was done. Of course, Tebas is one of them, the leadership there. And then Barcelona leadership, for me, they cannot be left untouched. Xavi himself, I was worried about Xavi's comments. One of the real comments that bothered me, I don't know whether it bothered Messi. One of the real comments that bothered me when Xavi said, "We have done everything, the ball is in Messi's court." He knew very well there was nothing that Messi can do. So I don't know why was he saying that. I think that was the last straw message that made Messi to leave. He says, "The day I retire, I'm going to play a farewell match. 45 minutes in Argentina shirt, 45 minutes in Barcelona shirt." This is putting it beyond reasonable doubt that Messi still loves Barcelona. He has said it many times that he loves the team because they've been there for him. So for me, this is it. Now, the impact as far as Argentina is concerned, this guy has played 176 games, has scored 104 goals, 53 assists. He's got World Cup with them. He's got Copa America with them, Finalissima with them. He's got Olympic gold with them. He's got 2 World Cup golden ball. No one has this. So now that also must weigh heavily on the people deciding who should win the Ballon d'Or. 2 golden ball. No one has done that. And then remember, he's the only soccer player who's got 2 Laureate awards. So that also should be taken into consideration. And he has already won the FIFA Best Player of the Year. So now I don't know what would be other reason that will make him to lose. Finalissima, the most valuable player, Copa America Golden Boot, World Cup Golden Boot. That's Lionel Messi for you. So now I still don't understand when people say, no. Now, in terms of leadership, yeah, we hear it, and then Maradona was one of those people that say he lacks leadership. I don't know whether when you are a leader, you need to talk too much because you can show leadership in many ways. Look, this is what happened. They were playing their last game as Argentina, and then he decided to join them, irrespective of the son, celebrating their birthday. Say having Messi with us, despite not participating, is this an example of his leadership? DePaul says he's an absolute leader, an example of love, care for the team. He could have gone away and enjoyed his son's birthday, and yet he came here with us. Dibu Martinez, well, we know that one, he loves him. Sometimes he says Messi wanted the selfie with him, and then Messi could have gone home, but he wanted to accompany us. This is something to be proud at. And then, this is it. And then all those people who have been doubting Thomas and saying, look, he is not a leader and so on. Now let's look at the rankings. You've got Brazil right on top, not in the rankings so far after all the games that they've played. In terms of rankings, Argentina, they're on top. Now, after playing all 2 games, and then it's Brazil on top with 6 points, and then Argentina second with 6 points. And then let's see. And now, yeah, probably it's a question of goal difference that made Brazil to be on top. Colombia number 3, Uruguay number 4, Venezuela number 5, Paraguay number 6, Peru number 7, Chile number 8, Ecuador number 9, Bolivia number 10. This is Lionel Messi for you. This man is something else. So let me remind you before I go any further that we are a TBR, a company that deals with financial matters. And then as you can see, this is our website. And then you can follow us and just check what we are dealing with. We are currently busy helping all those people who are 55 and above, who are working for the government. I'm referring to the South Africans here. We are working for the government. Remember, they need to retire at the age of 60. They can take that retirement, but they cannot exceed 65. Now, if you leave earlier than that, you'll be penalized. But we have a way, legally so, to show how can you exit the system without being penalized, all right? Not even a cent, all right? And then also maximize on taxation. We can show you how to do it. Yours is to look at our WhatsApp number at the end of the show. Just drop us a WhatsApp, then we'll call you. Tomorrow, as I speak to you at 7 p.m., and then I'll be posting a show whereby I'm talking to Corey van der Venter from Credit Life, from One Credit Life Insurance Company, and also Zach King of Debt Free DG Magazine. So I'll be talking to them. We'll be talking about the importance of credit life when you are under debt review. Not only that, even if you are not under debt review, you know, credit life is there to protect you. Let's say, for instance, you have issues, and then let's say you passed on while they're still owing, and then what's going to happen to your credits? So credit life will kick in and pay off all those debts, so that your children, they are not left, you know, having to scramble to see how can they help, you know. So that is all about. We, as I indicated, we are a financial company, and then so that is why. And then I wanted to show you this. So for me, it's very clear. Lionel Messi needs to take this cup. There's no doubt about it. The 8th Ballon d'Or is loading. It's loading. And thank you very much. Continue to subscribe. Continue to like. Continue to make comments. Tell us where you want us to improve. We'll try to improve because we want to give you the news. The show is called a TBR SSF Show, which simply means the big R solutions, and then financial sector or sports program. This is what we do. Thank you so much. Much appreciated.